Hey everyone, and welcome to Tune In YRDSB. As students prepare to select their secondary school courses for next year, this is an exciting opportunity to explore interests, try something new, and learn more about the wide range of programs available to them. We also know there's lots to consider: graduation requirements, prerequisite courses, post-secondary goals, and more. In this episode, we're breaking down course selection with expert advice from YRDSB educators. You'll learn what students need to graduate, how compulsory and optional credits work, and how course choices can open doors to future opportunities. Let's meet our experts now.
My name is Janani, and I work as a principal supporting student success, pathways, and secondary programs. Today, I am joined by Carina Park, our Transitions and Math consultant.
Hello.
And Elvira and Carina, our Transitions and Pathways consultant.
Hello, everyone.
Together, they'll share practical tools like myBlueprint, highlight the caring adults who are here to support, and explore how experiential learning opportunities can help students discover their interests while gaining real-world skills and experience. But most importantly, this conversation is about helping students plan with purpose, access the right supports, and see course selection as an opportunity. Let's join the conversation now.
Hello, YRDSB students and families, and welcome to Choosing Courses and Pathway Planning, the podcast where we help you make sense of course selection and what it means for your future. In today's podcast, we're going to talk about how course selection can help students to explore their interests, plan their pathways, and discover opportunities that they might not even know exist yet. We can discuss some of those burning questions that families sometimes have around course selection. So to start us off with our conversation, how does a student decide where to start with course selection?
We first need to start with the graduation requirements when it comes to selecting courses. Students need 30 credits to graduate. So these 30 are made up of 17 compulsory credits and 13 optional credits. Now, when we say 17 compulsory credits, the word compulsory doesn't mean 17 specific courses. So in grade 9, math, English, and science are required. But there are many compulsory courses that have lots of choices. The students can leverage these compulsory choices to expand on their own interests.
So that's a different perspective on course selection. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Well, yeah, sure. So, for example, a compulsory arts credit actually gives students choice to select music, visual arts, dance, or drama. Or with the compulsory STEM credit, a student might choose a course in computer studies, cooperative education, or they may choose to take an additional math, science, or tech course. So we do have choice within the compulsory courses.
That's great to hear. So what about the optional courses?
For sure, we have a lot of choices within our optional courses as well. So when it comes to course selection, we always want to encourage students to focus on their strengths, their interests, their aspirations, and not just what they think they should take or what friends are taking, but what generally fits into who they are. It's important for students and families to be aware that timetables are created based on course selection requests. Students may not always get the courses that they select, and that's why having carefully selected alternate courses is important. This is also why switching to another course once the semester has started is not always possible due to courses being full. So it's important to think carefully about course selection. Each school's guidance department is a great resource to assist students with course selection.
So it sounds like instead of approaching course selection like a checklist of things to cross off for a student to graduate, it would be more helpful to approach course selection like approaching a buffet. Every course is an opportunity for students to learn something new. Every course allows students to expand their interests through course selection, and so students can discover a passion which they didn't know that they really had. So I'm wondering, where could students and families go to learn about the range of courses that are available at each school?
One way students can learn about the range of courses is to talk directly to subject teachers through open houses and course selection fairs. Another way might be to use myBlueprint, which is a tool accessible to all our YRDSB students.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So can you share more about myBlueprint? Because I think it's familiar to some students, but maybe not to the families listening in to the podcast today.
Sure. So while myBlueprint is often used for course selection, it actually offers so much more. One of my favorite features is the Who Am I section. Here, students can complete short surveys about their learning style, personality, interests, and motivation. Each survey takes about 15 minutes, and the results gives you a deeper look at yourself and what opportunities or even career paths might align with your strengths and interests.
For sure. You know what's great? What's great is that you can come back to these surveys year after year. So as you grow and your interests change, you can update your results to reflect where you are now.
Yeah, for sure. So if you're unsure about your interests, this is a great place to start. Reflecting on yourself with tools like this can make course selection feel less overwhelming and more intentional, helping you choose courses that actually may be a course connected to your personal wellness or help you develop your hands-on skills or develop leadership. We really want to encourage students to be curious and consider optional courses as an opportunity to learn something new.
For sure. And you can also explore courses by getting involved in extracurricular activities like joining clubs or teams or committees at school. Those are great ways to discover new interests and build your confidence and develop skills that really matter. Sometimes it's through these experiences, not just the courses themselves, that you figure out what you enjoy and what you might want to explore further.
So course selection is not just about a student's current interests, but it helps students to support their future pathway opportunities. It's important to think about post-secondary options and to make sure students have prerequisite courses. Wondering how students and families can learn more about post-secondary requirements in order to plan their future.
Well, students should look at STO, the Skilled Trades Ontario website, and OCAS, which is the Ontario Colleges website, or OUAC, the Ontario University's website. So let's say you have a dream school or program or a specific trade in mind. So look at their entrance requirements now. Consider what courses are necessary for the program, and then work backwards to ensure that you're enrolling in the courses required, such as English, math, and others. So don't let a missing grade 11 credit get in the way of your post-secondary goals. Like, for example, you can't just jump into grade 12 university chemistry. You need to successfully complete the grade 11 university course first. Now, myBlueprint can help students to plan backwards.
Well, what if a student doesn't know which post-secondary options to even consider?
Well, we have many experiential learning programs available in all of our YRDSB schools to support pathway exploration. So, for example, one of those fantastic opportunities is co-op or cooperative education. So co-op allows students to earn credits while gaining hands-on real-world work experience connected to their interests and career goals. So what this looks like is that the student goes to school for some courses, but then a part of their day they're working at a job and earning credits. This is a great opportunity for students because they gain on-the-job experience while being in high school. So if this is an opportunity students want to explore, they have to start planning for it during either their second semester of grade 10, so they can do co-op in grade 11, or in their second semester of grade 11, so they can do co-op in grade 12.
There's so many options available to students in high school. Programs, courses, and extracurriculars that let you explore the areas that interest you while gaining skills and practical experience that can help you in the future. But it can be hard to know where to start. Maybe you have ideas about what interests you, but you don't know what your options are. There are tools on the school board website that can help. You can choose areas that interest you and explore potential careers, courses, and programs in that area. Interested in manufacturing? Did you know there's a specialist high schools major focused on manufacturing, or others in transportation or construction? There's also co-op, dual credits, apprenticeships, summer opportunities, and so much more. All of our secondary schools offer great program options. Learn more today and visit yrdsb.ca/experienceYRDSB or visit the secondary school section of the board website.
You know, the great thing about co-op is that it's actually a program that is foundational for 2 other experiential learning opportunities.
For sure, yeah.
Co-op is needed for both OYAP and SHSM. We know that education is full of acronyms, and I'm wondering if we can just share with our listeners today what OYAP and SHSM offer our students.
OYAP stands for the Ontario Youth Apprenticeship Program. This is a school-to-work program that lets students begin an apprenticeship in a skilled trade while still in high school and while earning their secondary school credits. And we also have SHSM, which you might see, and that refers to the Specialist High Skills Major. This program allows students to focus their learning on a specific economic sector while earning industry-recognized certifications and training and experiential learning credits.
What's exciting for me is that all of our 33 secondary schools in the York Region District School Board offer SHSM programs. And so in York Region, currently our top enrolled programs are health and wellness, arts and culture, and business. But we have 18 sectors that are represented across our schools, and that includes transportation, green energies, and a wide variety of others. The beautiful thing about SHSM is it appeals to students who are in all pathways, those that are going, considering a pathway in the skilled trades, those that are headed to college and university. Because the certifications and training opportunities that are available through SHSM support students even when they are in high school. So for example, when a student gets first aid and CPR training, but they're thinking about a summer job as a lifeguard or an instructor at a pool, they automatically have an advantage over others who are interviewing for a particular role. When students get customer service training, that's a type of training that all students can benefit from and that apply to a lot of part-time and summer work that students might be considering. So students get many, many practical and useful certifications and training that the SHSM program offers them. Advantages of the SHSM program are 1, students get special recognition at graduation through the special diploma and seal that they receive. An additional advantage is that many post-secondary institutions in Ontario actually provide students with an automatic scholarship when they have completed their SHSM program in secondary school. So SHSM has many exciting opportunities for all of our students in York Region.
And what about dual credit?
Dual credit is such a terrific program for students. Dual credit allows students to not only earn high school credits, but they also earn college credits at the same time while exploring beautiful post-secondary campuses because of the partnership that the York Region District School Board has with many post-secondary institutions.
That is so exciting. What's great about these programs is that they also offer students an opportunity to develop their transferable skills. These are skills that they'll carry with them beyond the classroom and into their future pathways.
We often hear the term transferable skills, and just wondering, what does that mean to the audience?
Yes, when we say the word or you hear the word transferable skills, we're referring to skills that employers are looking for. At YRDSB, we think of those 7 critical transferable skills, which are critical thinking and problem solving, collaboration, communication, digital literacy, global citizenship and sustainability, innovation, creativity and entrepreneurship, and self-directed learning. And all of these transferable skills are weaved through all the different subject areas throughout the curriculum. So if you did want to learn more about that, you can get that information from the curriculum.
And so really when we think about course selection and we're thinking about the courses, it's not just the subjects and the content that students are learning about, but they're really learning to develop these valuable skills that will serve them well not only in high school, but in all of their post-secondary pathway opportunities. So as we close the podcast today, what advice do we have for students and families who are tuned into this podcast about course selection?
So one of the things that I'd want students to know is that they aren't doing this alone. Remember, if you're feeling stuck, you can access myBlueprint. You can use the high school planner tool. And myBlueprint is more than just course selection tool. Students and families are encouraged to visit myBlueprint website to explore all the possibilities when it comes to backwards planning and investigating different types of careers.
And let's not forget, there's so many people to support students. As a student transitions from elementary to secondary school, or transitions between grades in secondary school, and transitions out of secondary school, there's a team of staff to support them with achieving their goals. This team includes elementary transitions teachers, student success teachers, guidance counselors, student services or special education, ESL teachers, and the school administration.
It's great to hear that there are tools like myBlueprint, experiential learning opportunities, and the amazing staff in all of our schools to support our students and families to assist them with course selection. Thanks to everyone who joined us today for Tune In YRDSB.
Thank you for listening to Tune In YRDSB. To learn more, visit the secondary school section of our website at www.yrdsb.ca, where you'll find information on programs, course selection, graduation requirements, and more. If you enjoyed this episode, you may also like our episode that takes a deeper look at pathway programs. And don't miss our next episode. Subscribe now as we continue to share resources and stories that support student success.